underway in Buffalo. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now Anderson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Anderson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off play action. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Finding space at the 40. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
God damn, fucking picked the wrong playbook too. God, boy.
To throw again, Anderson. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, fuck.
It's into a sea of bodies.
I thought he was going up. God damn.
The Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun And it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though,
oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Now Allen again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dayo Odeyingbo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about in pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 47 yards. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anderson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Anderson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
56.
And again, it's Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen off the play fake. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. To throw is Anderson. Throwing on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Anderson on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Anderson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Looking to throw. Anderson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The
Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Caught right side, Davis. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statisticians.
Ain't this your second time going for it?
Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips
Say it
in the
again?
secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first
All right, I just make sure. I thought you only could go for it one time on this 4th.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind
Damn,
of
I thought you
factor as
scored.
we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Pass
You did score.
the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep.
I fucked around, picked the wrong fucking playbook.
Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Anderson throwing to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner?
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Gets around him.
call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really.
Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. They're thinking, touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Anderson now to throw on second down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by
Shit fucking sucks. I don't have no fucking plays. I only got 6 fucking plays. How the fuck I'm showing the wrong playbook?
Interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up the touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Second and 3 from the 9. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 4 yards out.
And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. To throw is Anderson on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time. Dobbins looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already...
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Down to about the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Anderson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or win the pocket.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the